Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Lusty and Plastered Amy Halterman predicted pregnancy. Due date? 1,000 pounds. Sisters fans celebrated with glee alongside Amy Halterman this week when she announced her second pregnancy. On Sunday, the day before the most recent episode dropped on TLC, Amy released a video on her YouTube channel announcing that she and Michael are officially expecting baby number 2. Rumors have been circulating that Amy Halterman got herself knocked up after getting sloshed at Tammy Slaton's drag show soiree. Why? Because fans seem to think that a drunk and lusty Amy predicted her own pregnancy. Read on to find out whether Amy is psychic or just really good at getting what she wants. Amy Halterman gets wild for Tammy's birthday. In last week's episode, Amy Halterman and her older sister, Amanda, got together to make a plan for Tammy's birthday. Tammy turned 34 this year, and her sisters felt that it was important to really go all out with the celebration. The pair decided to take their sister to an LGBTQ bar that featured a drag brunch. When they announced their plan, Amy tells Tammy that she would get to be around her people. She hoped this would make the day even more fun for Tammy, who doesn't often get the chance to hang out with other people in the community. While Amy has admitted not really understanding the ins and outs of Tammy's preferences, she has remained very supportive of her recently self-outed pansexual sister. The group is very high energy on the day of the brunch. Amy mentions being very excited to get some time to let loose from being a mom and a wife. She immediately orders a large, cereal-filled alcoholic beverage. As she downs her treat, her sisters, Misty and Amanda, express concerns about Amy's excess sugar intake. They remind her that Tammy isn't the only one that's supposed to be watching their weight. That didn't stop Amy from ordering drink number 2, which quickly goes straight to her head. Lusty Amy gets plastered and predicts the future. After slurping down a couple of drinks, Amy Halterman declares that she is drunk. The 34-year-old steps outside for a few minutes to get some air and talk to the camera. She reveals that she is quite enjoying herself and that she hasn't had a single drink since before she found out she was pregnant with her son Gage. Amy's gonna cut loose, Amy's gonna get drunk, she told producers unapologetically. Amy's gonna embarrass herself, she said jokingly. While Amy has always had a fun sense of humor, fans got a good giggle getting to really see her let her guard down in front of the cameras. "I'm drunk, hello, how you doin'?" she questioned the camera as if talking to someone in front of her. "Do you like the drink, Amy?" she said, suddenly talking to herself. The sugar-craving celeb slurs her words humorously as she dramatically drapes herself in a vibrant, oversized, silk gay pride flag. "I don't remember what all I drank," she mused. "I had a peanut butter something, and then I had a crunchy something, plus I was drinking everybody else's drinks, plus I had 2 Bon Voyages." As she ends the aside interview, Amy Halterman alludes to the fact that all this drinking has made her frisky. She turns and with one last drape of the scarf she says, "I'm gonna go make another baby now, bye." Amy Halterman's big reveal. Just the day before the episode officially aired, Amy Halterman released a video on her YouTube, announcing that she and Michael are expecting baby number 2. She says that they have been holding on to the news for some time now, but were scared to tell everyone, though they aren't clear on what the worry was. Some fans think perhaps Amy was afraid of public judgment over getting pregnant again so soon after Gage. It's also possible they fear legal repercussions from TLC if they gave away too much information. After all, the plot of the show hasn't gotten that far yet. According to Amy, she is 11 weeks and 4 days along. She and Michael are calling the baby Beanie, and they aren't aware of baby number 2's gender just yet. The celeb also says that a C-section is already planned for the delivery as she is considered high risk. As of now, the mom and dad report that Beanie's due date is July 18th. However, she believes that she will deliver sometime around the 5th. The autumn sun hung low over Dixon, Kentucky, bathing the Halterman home in a soft orange glow that made the whole street look like a postcard. But inside Amy Halterman's living room, absolutely nothing looked picturesque. The couch was covered in chip bags, an overturned Mountain Dew bottle decorated the carpet, and a chaotic scent of Axe body spray lingered in the air like a stubborn ghost. Because last night had been a night, and Amy still didn't remember all of it. She groaned as she shoved herself upright, clutching her forehead. "Why does my brain feel like mashed potatoes that got dropped on the floor and stepped on?" she muttered. Gage and Glenn were spending the weekend with their grandma, thank goodness, because Amy's apartment currently looked like a frat house collided with a Dollar General. She stumbled into the kitchen only to find her older sister Misty standing there holding a half-eaten funfetti cupcake, like it was a crime scene exhibit. "Look at this," Misty said, raising an eyebrow. "This frosting is all smushed. You were smushing it on something, or someone." Amy blinked. "Okay, 1, rude. 2, how'd you even get in my house? You gave me your spare key last week because you said you'd probably lose your real one and lock yourself out." Misty folded her arms. "But forget the cupcake. We need to talk." Amy felt dread roll through her stomach like a bowling ball. "Oh no. What did I do?" Misty sighed dramatically. "Amy, you were plastered last night. Like mildly sauced?" "No. Like rolling around on the floor singing Shania Twain and telling random strangers at Applebee's that you were fertile and fabulous." Amy slapped her hands over her face. "Oh my God. And then," Misty continued, "you told everyone that you might be pregnant." Amy froze. "What?" "Yep. You were pointing at your stomach going, 'Something's cookin' in here, y'all. I can feel it.'" Amy's heart dropped straight to her fuzzy slippers. She sat down at the kitchen table, mouth hanging open. "I said that." "Screamed it," Misty corrected. "But I can't be pregnant. I mean, I shouldn't be pregnant. I'm not even officially dating anyone." Misty smirked. "You sure about that?" Amy squinted. "What are you talking about?" Misty pulled out her phone, tapped a few buttons, then held the screen out. It was a TikTok. A TikTok drunk, overly confident, sparkly eyeshadowed Amy dancing with a bearded guy in a 3XL Spider-Man hoodie at the Applebee's bar. She was twirling around like she was on Dancing with the Stars, shouting, "This man here said I look like a snack. I might make him a baby snack." Amy's jaw dropped so hard it could have cracked the floor tile. "Who is that?" she yelled. "Somebody named Tyler," Misty said. "He added you on Facebook this morning. He already posted a story calling you wifey material." "Oh, no." Amy buried her face again. "I was lusty and plastered. That's a deadly combo." Misty leaned against the counter, clearly enjoying this too much. "Well, the internet is having a field day. Reddit already made a thread predicting your due date." Amy's head shot up. "My what?" "Your due date. They're debating July, August, maybe early September. There's even a poll." Amy felt the world tilt sideways. "Why would anyone think I'm pregnant?" "Because you told everyone." Amy scowled. Drunk Amy is fired. By noon, rumors had blasted through Dixon faster than a tornado through a mobile home. Facebook was buzzing, TikTok was stitching, and even Tammy texted from rehab. "Tammy, girl, you better not be pregnant before me. I call first grandchild of this era." "Amy, Tammy, I'm not pregnant, please stop." "Tammy, you said that last time too." Amy groaned so loudly her neighbors probably felt it. Misty forced her into the car and drove her to the pharmacy. "You're getting a test," Misty insisted. "I don't wanna," Amy protested. "You also didn't want to pick a guy up at Applebee's, yet here we are." Amy dramatically slumped over the passenger seat. "I was emotionally vulnerable and Applebee's had half-price margaritas." "That explains a lot," Misty mumbled. At the checkout, the cashier raised an amused eyebrow at the 3-pack of pregnancy tests. "Congratulations," she offered. "And oh," Amy and Misty snapped in unison. The cashier calmly handed them the bag. "Good luck then." Back at home, Misty shoved Amy toward the bathroom. "Take it. I can't take all 3. You're taking all 3, so we don't end up on national TV again." Amy grumbled, snatched the tests, and locked the door. Misty paced the hallway outside like a nervous father in an old movie. "Everything okay in there?" "I'm peeing. Give me a minute." "Make sure you point it at the right direction." "Misty." 5 minutes later, the bathroom door cracked open. Misty froze. Amy stepped out holding all 3 tests in her trembling hands. Her expression was unreadable. "Well," Misty whispered. Amy took a deep breath, then let out a giant, dramatic scream. "Negative. They're all negative." Misty jumped in place like she won the lottery. "Thank the Lord." Amy sagged against the wall in relief. "I told y'all I wasn't pregnant. Good grief. Why does the internet act like I can't drink 2 margaritas without conceiving a whole child?" Misty laughed. "Because you get wild." Amy glanced at her phone, buzzing nonstop with notifications. "Great," she muttered. "How do I tell the whole world I'm not having a baby? Should I post a TikTok? A press release? Hire a skywriter?" "Just say the truth," Misty said. "And maybe don't go around screaming about being fertile when you're drunk." Amy winced. "Yeah, I learned my lesson." That evening, after the chaos died down, Amy sat on her porch swing, sipping sweet tea as the sky turned a warm pink. She took a breath and opened TikTok Live. Hey y'all, she began, rubbing her forehead. Lot of rumors flying around today, and I just want to set things straight. No, I ain't pregnant. Last night I got a little, lusty and plastered. And I might have said some wild things. But there's no bun in this oven. This oven is closed for renovations, okay? Comments flooded in. Girl, we knew you were drunk as a skunk. Who's Spider-Man hoodie guy though? Best plot twist of 2025. Amy laughed. Also, Tyler, if you're watching, my sister said you were nice, but we're gonna pretend last night never happened. Cool. She ended the live and leaned back, exhaling. Crisis averted. No baby. No due date. Just one very messy, very memorable night at Applebee's that she would never be living down. But Amy smiled to herself. If nothing else, at least it made one heck of a story.